Inter also stayed top of Serie A after beating up Udinese 4-0. Gab, are they better than where they were a year ago?
You know what? I think they were. I think they are.
are.
I think they are better. They're a lot better. I think a lot of it is the boost in confidence they got from the Champions League final, the season they had. And Lautaro Martinez scoring a ton of goals, setting up a ton of other goals.
Yeah.
Shalanoglu reinventing himself as a deep line
Marcus,
playmaker.
Marcus.
And Marcus Thuram. Yes.
One of the signing of the summer.
He's the French Thomas Muller, as some people have called him. Only more skillful.
Milan are still third in Serie A, but the gap is now 9 points after they lose 3-2 to Atalanta. Gab has purely lost his touch. And how about that bit of Muriel magic?
Yeah, so if you haven't seen Luis Muriel's goal, go check it out. It's special. I want to say, this goal brought to you by Yassin Adli's immobility, by the way. But it was good. Yeah. It was funny because when Muriel came on, it was 2-2. Fans were booing because Lookman came off. And then he comes and he does that.
So
you're like, okay.
Amazing.
Look, Atalanta are a team with many great players, many individual match winners who I don't think have been performing very well this season. Milan, they come back twice, but I think partly their heads were in Dortmund. Partly, I think he's trying to do too much. Reinders, in a game like this, you need a Benacer from the first minute. Maybe he's not fully fit, but you need a midfielder who can control the tempo, who can slow the game down. And it's not Florenzi stepping into midfield because, let's face it, he's Florenzi. He's not that kind of player, right? I think Pioli's gotten a number of things wrong in his approach and needlessly dropped points.
And it's not the first time that we've said that as well.
Yeah, I think what happens, you play Newcastle, you let those chips fall where they may, and then you evaluate what does this team need in January. Yeah. And Pioli goes away and has a really long think about how he wants to move forward.
But Federico Gatti, scored the only goal as Juve beat Napoli 1-0 to stay a single point behind Inter in the table. Gab, some love for Max Allegri? He loved that win, didn't he? He loved that win.
He loves winning like this. But, okay, so first of all, Napoli, since they brought in the master of disaster, Walter Mazzarri, have not been good. But still, Napoli created more chances in this game. And Juve are at home. Napoli are vulnerable in this game.
Yeah.
You keep playing like this, you're playing with fire. Allegri did it for a long time, back when that kind of football worked. It's working thus far this season. They're 1 point behind Inter. And look, maybe they will go on and win the title, whatever. I don't know. But I don't think this team is progressing at all. I think you're just gutting it out. And though, by the way, this thing where people are saying, but what's he supposed to do? He has all these rubbish players, right? These are the same morons. And there's a certain cohort of people in the Juve sphere. I think most of it realize that it's nonsense. They say, no, what is this? Gatti, Cambiaso. Look at who are these turds? McKennie, right? No, we need big names. We need proper guys. We need what? You want to go back to Leandro Paredes?
No, right? I guess they meant Pogba, Vidal, Pirlo, that kind of midfield.
No. They want to go and spend money on the freaking Di Marias of this world. Yeah, get another guy in to basically pay him a lot of money to stand around and play 3 games a year. And then, by the way, with Allegri still there, they're not going to see much of the ball anyway. They're there. I want to see that next level up. If they want to compete, I think they have to do that. And you know what? They're not playing in Europe this season, right?
That's true.
They're the Girona of Serie A, right? Yeah. I expect you to be prepared for every game and not have all these games be so close.
It's the 5th 1-0 win in the league this season. I think it's 9 clean sheet. But it's like old school, typical Allegri.
Yeah, and they're also inconsistent with their assessments, right? Because they're not conceding anything, right? They have all these clean sheets. Oh, wait, you're the same people who told me that Szczesny was past it and Gatti was like Moreno Torricelli, except before Torricelli ever got good. So in other words, a complete turd. That Rugani is a running joke, right? That Bremer is just a guy who hacks and doesn't have the tactical intelligence to play. But all this stuff that they said, oh my God, Danilo's injured. Oh, we're screwed now. We're going to get relegated, right? Hey, maybe these players are some of them are actually pretty good.
Yeah. I think so. It was wild with Roma, Gabi. They take an early lead through Lukaku, lose Paulo Dybala through injury, who set up Lukaku for the goal, get 2 guys sent off, one of them Lukaku for a horrendous tackle, and end up settling for a home point against Fiorentina. What did Jose Mourinho have to say?
Nothing, because he decided not to speak to the media. But look, I mean, whatever. We know this, right?
Yeah.
Darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a call that's hard to heed. I don't understand. This is look, to be fair, losing Dybala is a big blow. Dybala's assist for the first goal, by the way, is an
the Trivella was amazing.
But dude, you're playing at home. You have the momentum. It's not your whole team can't just be Dybala, right?
Yeah.
And they did create chances, and they were okay. And then Zalewski gets sent off like an idiot. Lukaku, I don't know what went through his mind. He could have. I mean, seriously, he could have. It was almost like an assault.
It's a terrible.
The absolute speed with which he goes into it.
And imagine the big guy like him.
Yeah, I mean,
In that speed, catching your leg.
Yeah, what is it? It says mass times acceleration equals like. There's a formula where he's in pieces now.
Yeah.
You can't have this chaos every time. And look, they stay 4 points back. They could have been within 2 points of Milan in third, and that would have been a huge boost. And of course, now Mourinho Stroppy decides not to talk. I don't know what he's unhappy about. I think both red cards.
So he spoke Portuguese the weekend before in a Sport Fashion interview, and now he doesn't speak.
Now he's speaking sign language. Whatever.
Gab, it seems that Ibra is set to join the Milan board.
This has been talked about for a long time. In Italy, as you know, we're obsessed with having it's almost as if as alien as public-facing directors of football, sporting director types are to the Premier League, we obsess over them in Italy, right? So one of the things is when Paolo Maldini and Ricky Massara left last summer, Milan didn't really replace them. They got Jeffrey Moncada, who's their chief scout, to do the recruitment side, and the chief executive, Giorgio Furlani, negotiates a deal, and everything's fine. But they don't have that football man like Maldini was, that was public facing, that would go and talk to people. And because we love to find reasons when teams lose, we're like, this is why Milan aren't as good this year. It's because they don't have that figure.
Yeah, they like that guy.
I don't know if this is the role that Zlatan's going to have. I can tell you right now, if Zlatan's there just as an ambassador, he's just going to be like, the Javier Zanetti or Emilio Butragueño of the situation. That doesn't suit him. I think
he needs to get involved, you mean?
I think to some degree, I hope they have sorted out, okay, Zlatan, these are your responsibilities, and you're going to do this. You can't just have Zlatan there as a figurehead because he's Zlatan.
Yeah.
He don't play that, right?
Yeah.
He's also probably not exactly the right guy you want to have as a smiley ambassador for everybody.
Just there for the photos, like.
Yeah. So maybe will he have a bigger role with the team? Maybe to help Pioli somehow? Maybe. I don't know. It's an interesting one.
It's good, I think.
He really wanted to do this, and I think that's a big part of the reason why this is happening.
Bologna win away to Salernitana and are joined fourth in the Serie A table alongside Roma. What an incredible job Thiago Motta is doing. And Gab, Joshua Zirkzee is a big part of the story.
6 goals in 8 games.
He's so good.
Well, it's funny because I remember when he was at Bayern, I'm like, what the hell is this? I did not think he was good. I said he just looked like... one of those big, tall guys who has a little bit of technical ability, but always makes the wrong decisions. Is always in the wrong place. He then moved. He went to Parma. He went to Anderlecht. He scored a lot of goals at Anderlecht.
Yeah.
But the team weren't particularly good. But he looks really good. People even. I heard somebody compare him to a young Zlatan, which I hope Zlatan did here.
Yeah.
Because you're going to go and tear him a new one if anybody compares.
And the hair is very different.
And hair's very different. It's interesting. So Bologna own him outright. Bayern have a right of first refusal if he's sold, so they can basically match whatever the offer is. Having invested in Harry Kane and having Matthijs Tel there, I don't think Bayern are going to take him back.
Definitely not.
So I think you've got a guy who, if he continues on this path, and it's not just his goals.
Yeah.
He serves up a whole bunch of assists.
He's
intelligent.
very good. He's so intelligent.
He's just 22, and I think he's one of many reasons Bologna are doing so well this season.
I agree.